the Dream and Tommyinnit drama, if you can even call it that, which I think it's so dumb because it could have easily been handled offline and definitely not on Twitter. Because let's face it, most of the people on Twitter or X aren't the sharpest tools in the shed. And basically what got this whole thing kicked off was when Tommyinnit was on his podcast and was talking about how much he hates Mizkif for basically no reason. He even says, have you ever just hated someone for no reason?
The worst person I met award.
Oh, for me, it's so easy.
Go on.
Ms. Giff. Piss me off the twat. Just the way he looks.
And I don't know about you guys, but have you noticed how much Tommyinnit has been trying to like insert himself into a bunch of different controversies lately? Like he was arguing with Logan Paul, he was defending Dan TDM, like a bunch of people were, and just several other instances. I don't know what it is, but since he hasn't been playing Minecraft as much, he's been trying to get into a lot more drama. And then after all that was going on, Dream entered the mix by posting this. It says Dream's SMP stands, and that one path leads to growing up and the other path says becoming a R-word Tommyinnit fan. And I'm sure you guys know what the R word is, the big bad R word, which I don't think is that big of a deal. I don't really say it. I used to say it when I was in middle school, but I don't really feel like it's that big of a deal unless it's being directed towards someone that's disabled. That's kind of my personal rule that I have for it.
You don't call retarded people retards. It's bad taste. You call your friends retards when they're acting retarded.
If someone just says the word, I'm not going to be attacking them for it or anything like that. I'm just going to brush it off. If they keep saying it over and over and be like, bro, just please be quiet. You're getting a little annoying. That's if you start spamming anything. And one thing you can say about Dream right here is he was being very hypocritical because in fact, in the past, he's virtue signaled for saying the R word. He said, I don't personally support using the word censored. I feel enough people find it offensive that if you're a content creator, you should phase it out of your vocabulary. We said that in the past and then is saying the R word now in the present. So it doesn't really look good. It's very hypocritical. And Tommyinnit got very offended by this word and made a whole video, 5 minutes long, pretty short, just going in on Dream, criticizing him, calling him a movie villain, saying he was going after his mom. It's like, wait a minute, was he trying to get with your mom or something? No, it wasn't that big of a deal. You'll find out. But I guess we should go ahead and get into the video, see what Dream had to say in response to it, because Tommyinnit really didn't show any proof or use any references. He just was yapping basically for 5 minutes. Also real quick, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 700 subscribers, or really 1,000 more like it, but next milestone is 700. I'd really appreciate it if you could just take a break to go down there. You know, my analytics say that 96% of people have not subscribed yet. That's a pretty big percentage, so go subscribe or 7 years of bad luck.
Tommyinnit posted a video yesterday that was titled Dream, where he said a lot of stuff about me that isn't true, but he did correctly criticize me for something that I want to apologize for before I respond to the rest of his video. I posted a meme on Twitter that used the R word, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, genuinely. I think it's important to acknowledge right off the bat that that's not right. That's not how you should behave. I shouldn't have done it, period. Now I want to talk about Tommy's video and why I was angry enough to post something so stupid. Tommy, you and some of your friends have been spreading disproven lies about me for over a year and a half. When I had false allegations made about me, it was one of the hardest times of my life, and you and your friends decided that after I went through the hell of debunking them, that you would continue to spread, joke about, and support these lies. Don't believe me that you've been doing this? Let's just hear your own best friend confirm that this has been happening.
I get why he might be mad about the lies. That group being like, he's a pedophile all the time, which again, I don't like. I think we shouldn't joke about people being pedophiles unless we actually know for sure. Because, dude, the Brighton lot, I want to stop throwing out random strays and calling people pedophiles just for cheap laughs.
As you guys know, I made a video debunking those allegations, and after my video, the accusers even came forward and admitted that they were not true. I thought that would be the end of it, but for some reason, you and your friend group thought that you would kick me while I was down.
I genuinely think the friend group needs to stop calling Dream a fucking pedophile for cheap laughs. It's stupid to repeatedly call Dream a pedophile when it's not the case.
You know, I'm not trying to take anybody's sides here. I think this is just completely ridiculous on both parts, honestly. This whole drama is stupid and pointless. But, I mean, I gotta say, that kind of makes Tommy seem like a fake friend because they've made tons of videos together. And as he said, they would call every day. And then to just keep joking about him being a PDF even though he disproved it, is pretty messed up. He cleared his name, but you still keep saying it. I'd be pretty mad too. If I had some friends that I hung out with all the time, they all of a sudden kept joking about me being a PDF even though I wasn't, and it got cleared that I wasn't, I would be pretty upset. I'd be very angry. Anyway.
Come on, mate. I mean, my friends are all idiots, but they have bloody good hearts.
Like, yeah, I know you're upset because they call you pedos, but they've got big hearts.
And you and your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too. Shame on you guys.
I don't even know what this is about. You don't provide any context or evidence to what you're saying. Tommyinnit, your racist behavior behind the scenes is unacceptable. You are a racist behind the scenes, and it's unacceptable. Shame on you. You're mad that I criticized your friends in a 3-hour-long live stream with screenshots and receipts of their not-so-good behavior, so you just make stuff up about my friends? I mean, you didn't have a problem interviewing Sapnap in one of your videos recently.
Sapnap. Well, Sapnap, you see, today I'm no longer Tommyinnit, famed Minecraft YouTuber. I'm actually Professor Respect. Okay, well, it's good to see you.
Oh, and you tried to interview George, but he walked away because he didn't want to be in your video. So there's two options. Either one, they're not bad people, or two, you don't care enough to not profit off of them. Like, you'll be best friends with Logan Paul in private, but then the second it becomes beneficial for people to think that you don't like him, then all of a sudden you have a problem with all those shitty things that he's done.
He has booked another flight to Japan. 4 years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years.
I gave you YouTube advice because I thought that you were extremely talented, hardworking, and you had a big dream to be a YouTuber. And that's why with no expectations, we called for hours a day, talking about YouTube, strategies, and ideas. And I never held this over your head. Most people hearing that I helped you at all are probably hearing this for the first time.
Dream's awesome. He should, like, probably for the past, 8 months, once a week, me and Dream will have, a 2-hour call. And he just helps me.
That does look pretty rough, Tommy, not gonna lie. I mean, he got you saying that he's an awesome guy, and the whole Logan Paul thing, you know, it did make me feel pretty uncomfortable back then whenever you were being so nice to him in the chats and then switching up like that. Like, yeah, you could argue that you were just being nice, but it did rub me the wrong way back then. And I never made a video talking about it, but I was uncomfortable with seeing that. My advice, stop trying to insert yourself into different drama and creating situations that are just overall a net negative, and especially don't discuss this stuff on Twitter.
Unfortunately, after the false allegations that Tommy perpetuated, my family merch company did struggle. So if you'd like to support it, dream.shop.
But the difference between me and you, I put effort, my absolute best, into all these new things. I'm gonna talk about my brilliant podcast because I'm really proud of it. Or the book I spent months writing.
Tommy essentially belittles what I do, saying that what he does with his podcast and book are somehow more valuable or important than the videos that I make, which I think is just a little sad. I'm happy making videos with my friends. That's what I've always done. And I'm a coder, and I code cool new Minecraft mods and make everything for my channels by myself. Like, I edit my own videos. I'm sure Tommy can knock out videos pretty quick because at one point he had a literal editor sweatshop where his editors made less than minimum wage, and we're also getting fans to edit the videos for free for them. But to each their own. Everyone has a different style of YouTube. I don't get the high and mighty. Like, it's not just in this video. Like, recently Tommy's been emboldened that he is the savior of YouTube or something.
So I was walking down the street and I thought to myself, oh man, this internet ain't so well.
But then Tommy says something I don't even know what. Just listen to this.
You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce.
I mean, if that's true that he's paying editors lower than minimum wage and then also is getting people to do stuff for him for free, then that is pretty messed up. And I hope it's still not like that today, but especially since he probably makes millions of dollars, literally millions of dollars, and he's going to pay people less than minimum wage. That is really big corporation type energy right there. And I don't really stand for that kind of stuff. Now, the next part he talks about that he debunks is a part where he went after Tommyinnit's mom, which really makes it seem like he was trying to date his mom or something, become the new stepdad to Tommy. Let's just check it out.
The worst time of her life. You are like a proper movie villain.
Okay guys, I'm gonna reveal to you this harassment. The proper movie villain harassing of Tommy's mom that I did. Before I show you, just picture in your mind the harassment. here it comes. This one message is the only contact that I have ever had with Tommy's mom.
You harassed my mum. Proper movie villain.
This message starts with, just thought I'd let you know that I don't agree with lots of people replying to you, and I don't want you to be attacked at all.
You harassed my mum.
And the context to this is that Tommy's mom was arguing with Dream fans on Twitter about Tommy making fun of my stutter in a video. Some of my fans were upset, and she was replying to them. I sent her this singular message on Twitter, letting her know that I didn't agree with my fans that Tommy's portrayal of my stutter was ableist, but also letting her know that I didn't like the rest of the video because it was causing additional harassment for me that I was already getting because this was at the peak of the allegations. And Tommy, of course, didn't show any evidence for any of this stuff because it makes it look ridiculous if he did. Like, he literally says that I'm a cartoon villain for this DM.
You are like a proper movie villain.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not backing that stuff up, and then saying that he harassed his mom definitely made it seem like he was constantly messaging her and sending her crude messages and stuff like that, but obviously it was just one long message. I mean, maybe if Tommyinnit had provided more evidence to all the stuff he said, it'd be easier to side with him, but it's a little difficult when he doesn't back up anything. And then the stuff where he was saying that he was 16 at the time they're talking, it made it seem like he was being groomed by Dream. Again, I think another over-exaggeration or trying to paint him as a bad guy, as a movie villain, like he said. I just thought that part was really weird. Of course, we're not there behind the scenes, so we don't really know everything that happened or everything they talked about, but
Tommy keeps bringing up the fact that he was 16 and 17. I mean, I was 20 and 21. I didn't treat you like a kid. I treated you like you were my friend and a colleague. We had occasional disagreements, but that's because I did treat you like an equal. But you'd think, based on what you're saying, that you were 12 and that I was some evil overlord, not a content creator helping you out with advice.
Everything else about my channel, you can thank Dream for. Oh, Dream's such a good guy, man. I feel bad because in 2020 I gave him so much shit always. He was like my, you know, in the friend group, the guy that you make fun of a bit too much. That was Dream. And I was just always taking the piss.
I mean, the truth is, you don't care enough that I used that word to make this video, especially because you know my own personal struggles. You realize that it's something that you can use against me to promote your channel and all of the things that you've literally promoted for almost a minute at the end of your video. And I mean, you talk about how terrible of a person I am while leaving up videos with my sister and mom, and of course dozens with me, while lying and exaggerating about me, harassing your mom, and bringing up her divorce that I didn't even know about and have nothing to do with. So Tommy, I'm not going to suggest that you go to therapy like you did to me.
You need to get off the internet now. Go and get some therapy.
Because you feel strongly enough to make an entire dedicated video on your channel hating on me, you can go ahead and take down every video of yours that I'm in, and I'll take down every video of mine that you're in. Because if you have a backbone, you wouldn't want to show support to such a no-good person.
So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to add to this. Do I think that Dream should have used the R word? No, I don't think so, especially when he was virtue signaling that content creators shouldn't be using it in the first place. But I think this is just blown way out of proportion and is extremely exaggerated, and it is completely, not gonna say it. It's just so stupid. Literally could have been solved offline. Stop bringing everything to Twitter. It's not that big of a deal. And Tommy, just stop trying to create drama or inserting yourself into this stuff. It's not gonna end well. Dream, don't be a hypocrite, and everybody just stop being cringe. Anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, your enemies, whoever you want really. And yeah, see ya.